All right, peace, everybody that's here. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing started.
I am not a Negro, Black, colored, African American. I'm a Moorish American. Peace.
Yeah. Hey, 5 on the right, 2 on the left, man. You know what time it is. Yo. We just Moors in America, soared through the shores and endured criminal acts of war on our character. 7 years after the 4th score, no reward. Shout out to the most courageous, they was jumping over barriers. Where does that compare to you? We come from a place where you scared to visit our area. We come from a place where it's scary for good Samaritans. Heavy luggage we carrying, babies having babies. It's crazy being American. Praise the one and only Allah, there's no comparison. La ilaha illa Allah, body and buried gin. Laughing at you clowns like ha-ha, dodging the Nephilim. Conquer lower self with the high, follow your regimen. Way before they came we were gods and now we specimen. Tried to take the light from our eyes, thank God for Edison. Then they put the wool on our eyes, it's so embarrassing. Now we travel frequently, we should invest in Sheraton. All of us got gold on our bodies whenever we stepping in. Screaming Ramadan Mubarak, training the flesh again. Wishing we could move as a unit just like the Mexicans. Dodging all the foods with estrogen, synthetic medicines. All sin isn't devilish. Sometimes the decisions that you make come for a better gift. Sometimes when you sin is to relate to all your brethren. Heavenly gates all in our face, we the champions. We live in the sky, we see the angels on the chariots. Waiting on the $20 bill, facing Harriet. I bet you I'ma carry it. I'm in love with music to the point I wanna marry it. But my love for people is greater, so I write messages. Largest spending power, but we still sit at a deficit. Living amongst prejudice, even at our residence. Moors in America, flourishing, excellent. Let's buy up some neighborhoods and groom our own president. Yeah. And I come to you today with all intentions of spreading love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
All right. Peace. Here we are, Moors. Just want to ask before we really get started. I want to ask that everybody here hit that like and share button. All right. We're gonna go ahead and go in today and really just well, as you can see, we're talking about reparations. And main reason I wanted to discuss this, um, just some stuff that I saw online. Like, yeah, I mean, personally, to me, the whole reparations movement is a joke. It's a straight up joke. And we're going to discuss that today briefly. This isn't going to be a long, drawn out video. We're going to show you why it's a joke and why nobody, well, at least the leaders that are out there pushing for it, they're not sincere. They're not serious. They can't be serious. They can't be. Okay? They can't. Just going off of what we see, what we've seen over the years. But yeah, I want to share this with you. This was some crazy post I saw on Twitter. If you can see the screen, hopefully you can see this. It says, "I wonder, do Black people ever look at our community from a non-Black lens to see how ridiculous and unserious we could be?" Right? And he's sharing this video that somebody else shared, talking about real serious business going on at the National Reparations Convention this weekend. And look at this. Look at this. Let me go on and play the video. I wasn't going to play the sound because they got like this 50 Cent beat in there. I ain't really want to deal with YouTube copyright strikes, but let's go on and play it, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
I
embarrassing.
see it Corinne on my birthday. Hey, yeah. Let's get it. Reparations. 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 Yeah. I see it Corinne in the building. Hey, everybody. Representation organizations. I need you to let us know who you are. Reparations. Yeah. Hey. Let me get a drink. A little water now. She was a reparations. Yeah. I feel the spirit of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Yeah.
Man, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad would have been embarrassed by this. He just shouted him out. Look how many people's in the crowd. It's hardly anybody there. Most of the people are older. The dude is up here rapping, y'all, at the Reparations National Convention. And they got somebody up here rapping. This is a joke. It's not just this dude. It's not an attack on this guy, right? I don't know who this dude is. But this is a joke. This is what the reparations movement is. It's a joke. It's entertainers. It's people that come out here, say stuff, to get the crowd moving, keep people in it. Right? This wasn't something that was in somebody's home, or some goofy TikTok video or something stupid like that. This was at the National Reparations Convention. All right, this was at Georgia State University in Atlanta. This is the best they could do. Let me show you some stuff. Let me show you why I'm saying this, because you might be like, "Well, get him a break, man. Lead him alone. They trying, right?" This is part of the reason why things are like they are. We giving everybody a break. You're not doing a good job. You're not even trying. We letting everything go. So the National Reparations Convention was October 7th and 8th, 2023. And there was people there that took it seriously, or at least they're trying to. Right? You got this dude saying he opened the floor by stating how reparations needs to be money first, how we do with that, or what we do with that money is up to each individual. Right? And so there's people there. This dude, I don't even know who Cam Howard is, saying we should vote for the Democrats because it's in our best interest to get what we want in return. And they want a reparations commission to be started, right? And so, yeah, there's other people making fun of this because they see this is lame, it's terrible. But then once again, right? You got people up there, they have their slides together, right?
This election.
They're trying to make a point.
As migrants and the immigrant piece become more and more
Serious,
of a
right?
challenge in this country, they're going to give
But
migrants
regardless of
voting
how
rights.
many people are acting like they're serious, it's not gonna happen. The leaders have sold you out. So I'm gonna show you why I'm saying this. Not just gonna harp on this. This is embarrassing though, with the rap. But that's just one part of it. All right. So what I really want to talk about is why all of this is a joke, man. The people, yeah, you done seen it all, right? Nobody is serious. So you got the leaders or the people who position themselves as leaders. I don't know where these people came from. They're not serious. A lot of them are entertainers, right? You can't trust them. They can't be serious. And then you got the people just in general that don't take it serious. But let's go. Let me give you some examples. Like you got these people out here that are positioning themselves to be leaders in the community, right? Hang on. I'm trying to share screen with you. You got the people like these people trying to position themselves, to be leaders in the community, right? And they're pushing for reparations. But then if you look into these same people, like if you look into their history, you'll see that they're entertainers, right? Like who made this guy a leader? And then pushing this foundational Black American tag, like this new nickname, a new nickname. Still lose to black. Black alludes to slave. Black African American, right? But this guy, he's up there arguing at the California reparations hearing, right? And I'm not saying that he's not smart or not able to do. I'm just saying if you look at these people, just look at their recent history, you'll see these people are actors, right? This dude was on like, I think he was on like one of those dating shows, right? And he used to put out pimp books and stuff like that. And if you want to know more about that, go check out Morris World TV. But somehow, we have these people that are entertainers that are pushing themselves out front, like they're the leaders in the community. How the hell nobody else accepts that? I'm just letting you know. No other people um would accept entertainers, comedians, singers, rappers as their leaders. Nobody else would accept that. No one on earth. Only us. All right? So this is something that should be raising your eyebrows. And I'm not saying that just this push to get, some type of restitution for what our ancestors have been through. I'm not attacking that. I'm not saying that everyone isn't legit. But if you look at this national reparations convention that just took place, you'll see that hey, they got the dude from the new Black Panthers, Malik Shabazz there. They got he's the only one I recognize, but you have all these other people there. It says it's on the birthday of Elijah Muhammad. And I'm not saying that all these people aren't real, you know. I'm just saying that a lot of the people that position themselves at the forefront are not for our better interest. So you have all types of people there, right? I'm not saying all these people aren't sincere. Most of these people are here because they really want to get, what they believe we deserve, right? I'm just showing this so this was in a real event. They probably rented the space at Georgia State University. They did some promoting to get it out there so that people knew about it. And then you saw what you just saw with the dude rapping there, right? That's what it really boiled down to. Why? Because this stuff is a joke. But once again, I'm going to show you why I'm saying that. I just wanted you to see that, hey, they had some of the people coming out there, to speak. People coming from different parts of the country, they're taking it seriously, not realizing that they are being played. They're being played at the highest level. No one is really trying to get reparations for us. And I'm not just saying this just to say something to try to sound controversial, right? I'm not. And I agree with what sister saying in the chat about these people who speaking about reparations. You can't trust them, for the most part. But I'm just showing this. This is from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Once again, they got it covered in the newspaper. Black reparations to be focus of national conference in Atlanta. Speakers include Nicole Hannah Jones and Ta Nehisi Coates, right? So they had all of these people, high profile speakers. This Nicole Hannah Jones won a Pulitzer Prize. Ta Nehisi Coates, his 2014 Atlanta article, "The Case for Reparations," jump-started a new round of things. So they, bringing all these people together like, hey, we got a think tank. We've got, this is a national convention. We want to get the people together. We're trying to make something happen, right? This is what is being told to us. This is what is being sold to us. This is not what it's really about. Not in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So let's look at something else. The dude on that video where he was rapping, he shouted out in Cobra. That's another organization that for years, decades, has been allegedly trying to get us reparations, right? This website, this is reparationscom.org, National African American Reparations Commission, right? And then they're talking about it established in 2015. They have a 10-point reparations plan, which we're going to look at that. I'm going to show you how that's messed up. They talk about HR 40, right, where a bill was established, right, to create a commission to study and develop reparation proposals for African Americans. And it says read the bill. If you try to read the bill, you can go to the page. I think it's like congress.gov or something like that, but we can pull it up. Creating a commission to study and develop reparations proposals for African Americans, right? It's been sitting here for a long time, right? But you can go and check that out yourself. Maybe we could put that link in the description. But I'm not promoting any of that stuff. And Islam, I agree with you. This is all comical. It's all comical, but I'm gonna show you why. So that website that I was just showing you, it's the National African American Reparations Committee, or they're pushing for that. Let me tell you why that is a joke in and of itself. So let's go to the Wikipedia page for HR 40. I'm telling y'all, this is a joke. It's all a joke. They're not serious. Maybe this will disappoint some people, but you've been set up. You've been lied to by people at the highest positions, Congress, senators, all types of people, and especially these entertainers and fake people pushing themselves to the forefront, acting like they're leaders for us. But on the Wikipedia page, which is a little easier to read than the .gov page, where it's explaining what that HR 40 is about. Okay, the Commission to Study and Develop Reparations. It's an act that's asking Congress just to make a commission to study and develop reparations, not to get it, just to study it. This was introduced way back in 1989 by Representative John Conyers. John Conyers passed away a couple years ago, but he was from Detroit, Michigan. He was a congressional rep. I'm gonna tell you why there's a problem with that, just off of reading that alone. Way back in '89, I was 8 or 9 years old, right? So it was a long time ago, a long, long time ago. No real action has been made on it, right? It was sponsored by Sheila Jackson Lee, right? But this was introduced by John Conyers way back in '89, and they still talking about it or not moving on it. They haven't created the commission to study and develop reparation proposals for us. Now, listen, billions, millions of dollars, even sometimes trillions of dollars are discussed about and moved on just like that. Snap of the fingers in Congress all the time. They come together and say, oh, boom, we sending hundreds of millions of dollars to Ukraine. We sending $1 billion or more, to Ukraine, right? To wherever they want to. Now it's going to wind up going to Israel because they just started this fake war over there, right? So they do that all the time with the money. But with this reparations proposal, just to start a commission, it's been sitting there since '89, just to start a commission to study it, not to actually give the finances, right? It's been sitting there since '89. And so John Conyers, that's a red flag. Once again, not knocking him. He passed away. No disrespect to him, but we got to keep it real. You can't trust John Conyers. Now, you may, if you don't understand what's going on politically, social politically, you may think, oh, yeah, he's a good man. Look at him pushing for reparations for the Negroes, right? But if you understand what's really going on, um, John Conyers, congressional rep, has a thorough understanding of the law, thorough understanding of the law. So why is he here for this photo op when George Bush signed the Voters' Right Act back in 2006? Because every 25 years, our rights to vote as Negroes slash Black slash colored slash African American has to be renewed because we don't fall under the under the um, Constitution. We don't have rights that everyone else has. Even people who come here from other countries, right? They want to get their citizenship and everything. Boom, they got more rights than you. Your family's been here for generations. Don't matter whether you believe they came on slave ships or if you were believe, you know, like many of us, that you had Indian in your family. And they've been here since before the colonization started. Doesn't matter. So-called African Americans, blacks have been here forever. We've participated in all the wars. This country will be nothing without us. Why does our right to vote have to be renewed every 25 years? So the last time this was done is in 2006. We almost due for it. It's coming up 2031 or something like that, right? So it's coming up soon. But Bush did this. He signed it, and there's John Conyers right there for the photo op. They got a couple other darkies in the photo, right? But he's right there in the forefront because I believe he was like one of the leaders or speakers for the the Congressional Black Caucus, right? So he has to be forefront. He has to be out there for everybody to see. Okay. And so once again, I'm just saying that John Conyers in it, I don't trust it. So he introduced the bill that's just been sitting there since 1989. Am I surprised? No, because it's a joke. Because your leaders are jokes. Because your leaders sell you out all the time. All right. And then on top of that, we have these jokes that are in there that are not, working for us, that don't care, they're not trying to do anything to push us forward. You accept entertainers, you accept rappers and actors and singers as your leaders. Right? But just the fact that he's in there with this Voting Rights Act and he's not saying, hey, hold up. Why do we need to get our rights to vote renewed every 25 years? Stop the circus, right? You're a congressional lawyer. You understand the law intimately. He has a better understanding of the law than everyone here because he's in those closed door meetings that you can't even get in. All right. So, no, you can't trust that. So, it's not a surprise then that he was behind the bill, the HR 40, where they're asking for a commission just to study, right, reparations and introduced the act in 1989. And then he introduced it in Congress until his retirement almost 30 years later. He kept reintroducing it until he died, Like, come on, man. This is not serious. They're not trying to do anything about it. Juneteenth, 2019, saw the House Judiciary Subcommittee on the Constitution, Civil Rights, and Civil Liberties conduct a hearing on the issue in what is seen as a historic sitting. Given the previous reparations discussion in that venue took place in 2007, 1 year before the election of the country's black president. What came from it? Nothing. Nothing. Right? John Conyers said the 40 number refers to the unfulfilled promise the United States made to free slaves that after the Civil War they would get 40 acres and a mule. Right? So nothing's coming from it. It's just sitting in there. There's millions of our people that, just hoping something happens. This is showing how every time Congress met, he would reintroduce the bill. Nothing came from it, right? It's set up to lose. As black people, we are set up to lose. We are set up to fail. We're set up to be seen as jokes, to continue to be jokes and laughing stocks. I'm not saying any of this to be negative, but we have to speak and be honest. We have to be able to speak freely, right? If we can't speak freely here, there's nowhere you're going to get this type of understanding or information from, because when you go to these other places, you got actors and entertainers and people who wrote books about being a pimp and pimping women and stuff, and they're now your leaders. They're not going to tell you anything real. They trying to push a new black identity. We're the foundational black Americans now, right? So you're not going to get this type of understanding anywhere else. And if anyone understands how ridiculous that is, for us to still not have our rights, to still have to get our right to vote renewed every 25 years, should be putting it on blast. What are you scared of? Why are you keeping this a secret? Right? And so just going back to this website for the National African American Reparations Commission, just showing you this is a joke. It's a complete joke. Not because that dude was up there rapping on stage. Now it's a joke. The people in suits and ties, the people who are Congress and senators, they're in on it. It's all a joke, right? They have a 10-point plan. They want to issue an apology, a formal apology for the African Holocaust, focused on the slave trade, focused on the transatlantic slave trade, right? They're not even mentioning in here the lynchings, the destruction of our towns, the theft of property, the rape, the murder, the things that took place in recent history that we have documented, that can be proven easily, right? This whole slave trade thing with these ships and the bringing over of all of us via slave ship, that's going to be a lot more difficult to prove. Not saying that it didn't happen, but it happened in smaller numbers. The majority of these people going to places in South America like Brazil, and even that being questionable, because there you also had indigenous people, which they called Negros de Terra, which means Negroes of the land, who were just being shipped off to different parts, different locations. And when they arrived in the new location, they were called a Negro from Guinea, Negro from West Africa. Okay. So this isn't even taking into account the things which happen. Like, of course, people have heard about Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but this stuff happened all over the country from the late 1800s up through the 1900s. So it's asking for an apology for this. Okay. Which doesn't even really totally apply to all of us, and also is harder to prove. Now, it's not saying that, hey, the taking of people and destroying their identity, taking somebody from South Carolina, shipping them to Louisiana and lying, saying this person was, from a slave from West Africa, knowing this person was from North America the whole time. They're not mentioning that. They don't notice, they don't understand, but it's a joke at the end of the day. Then the right of repatriation. Now, if you want to move to Africa, right, over there, you want to move somewhere in Africa, that's awesome. That's great. Go for it. All right. But you're going to have to learn a new culture. You're going to have to learn a whole lot of stuff. And at the end of the day, you learn all of that stuff and you still going to be seen as an American, right? Because that's where you're from. You're not from there, but you could do that. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but like this repatriation thing. Oh, so this all this stuff, all this work we put in here in our homeland, all this time we've been over here, all these generations we have over here, and you trying to ship us somewhere else? Are you crazy? Like, imagine telling that to people in Jamaica, like, okay, we're going to ship y'all all off somewhere else. So that what? So that somebody else could come and take over that country? Like, come on. Like, that's insane. So even the points, and these are adults that are leading these things. People Your people are selling you out. They're holding you back. They are. This is a losing battle, and it's ridiculous. Now, the right for land to land for social economic development, beautiful, great, yes, right. We deserve land. We should have our own states, right? But the way they're approaching it, they're not gonna get it. So I'm not trying to knock it, say all of this is wrong, but the way that they're approaching it, even it, what they're going at this about, how they're going about it, it's off. It's off, right? And it's set up to lose. It's set up to fail. It's not gonna work. It's a joke. And then this is why when these committees come together, they're having a national convention. It's a joke. Nothing is accomplished. This is why they can push as many bills before Congress as they want. Ain't nothing gonna come from it, right? They introduced the bill in 1989 just to study it. And what they were denied every year, they decided, nah, we not gonna approach that. That'll divide the country. I remember like with Obama, he used to say that'll divide the country. Right? Come on, man. But they giving out millions, billions, and trillions every day like it ain't nothing. Matter of fact, they giving it to other countries. You've been here for centuries, and you could just find that on paper. No telling how long you really been here, right? But yeah. So yeah, it's a joke. If you're thinking still in the back of your head, black people gonna get their reparations, I'm telling you, it's not gonna happen. It's a joke, right? Not only is because there's slaves, chattel slavery, property coming to ask for the kindness of the people who benefit from them not being empowered to empower them, which is a joke, right? They're not even moving as a nation. But I'm just telling y'all, man, with a lot of the people involved with this, that pushing themselves at the forefront, they're all fake. They're all fake. They're all compromised. And that's all I wanted to say, man. I'm not trying to make this a long, drawn out video. I just wanted to show this to y'all. Yeah, this stuff is a joke.
Yeah, let's get
Yeah,
it.
it's pitiful. It's just sad as hell. Dude, sagging his pants.
Reparations,
Like, sad. It's pitiful.
reparations,
Like, come on.
reparations, yeah. I see it
But it's not.
over in the building.
It's not just sad because the rapping sucks and ain't nobody hardly there. No, it's sad because that's how the whole movement is. That's how it is at the congressional level. That's how it is for the national heads. That's just how it is, period. The people are a joke. Okay, your own people, they're jokes. They're sellouts. They're clowns. They're not serious. They don't have a serious bone in their body. They're only here to get scraps and crumbs that they're like roaches. Whatever scraps and crumbs fall on the ground, they'll grab it and then run in the hole. So nobody can see them. And they job is to keep you pacified and keep you under the spell. And on that note, though, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Morris, hit that like and share button. Help to spread this information. Maybe even if just one person, wakes up and is able to think outside the box, I think we've done a good job. So, Morris, everybody, just asking that you do hit that like and share button. And peace and love.